Chapter 4, Lesson 2. Round to estimate products. The essential question is, how can I communicate multiplication? To estimate products, you can round factors to their greatest place. Okay, remember, factors are the numbers that you multiply, and the product is the answer. There are passenger trains in the world that can travel at 267 miles per hour. About how far could a train travel in 3 hours? Whenever you see this word about in this math book, it probably means estimate. Okay? Be careful in your homework that if you see about, you estimate. Okay, so we're going to estimate the factors. Okay, 3, we'll just leave. Round 267 to its greatest place value. Okay, the greatest place value is a hundredths place, so we're going to round to the hundredths place. Okay, and doing so, we're going to circle the number and think 5 and up, push it up. Okay, so 267 is going to round to 300. Okay, now, the great thing about when you're estimating with multiplication is you have the basic math facts that you already know, okay? And then just like the lesson of lesson 1, you keep the same amount of zeros. So estimating helps you do math mentally because it reduces the numbers to math facts and zeros. So 9 and then 2 zeros. So 900 miles per hour. No. How far? Okay, so now not miles per hour, just miles. To which place was 267 rounded? It was rounded to the hundredths place. Since 267 was rounded up, okay, we push it up, remember? Then the estimated product is greater than the actual product. Okay, so 900 is actually bigger than how far it goes. Since 267 was rounded up, the estimated product is greater than the actual product. So the train can travel about 900 miles in 3 hours. Example 2. Estimate 8 times 2,496. Round 2,496 to the thousandths place value. Then multiply using basic facts and patterns. So that's your math facts, your multiplication facts. Okay, so rounding to the thousandths place. 5 and up, push it up. 4 below, sink it low. So you're changing all of these numbers to 0. So 8 times 2,000. Okay, the great thing is now it's just math facts. 8 times 2, 16. And then you keep the same amount of zeros. So 16,000. So, helpful hint, 2,496 rounds to 2,000. Okay, since 2,496 was rounded down, the estimated product is less than the actual product. Okay, so we chopped off 496 that we should have multiplied times 8. Okay, so this is going to be a decent amount off our answer, but it's close. So 8 times 2,496 is about 16,000. Now later in the chapter, they're going to ask you to do the real math problem. So they're going to ask you to do 2,496 times 8, and then they're going to ask you to estimate to check to see if your answers are reasonable. So that's why they're teaching you this now, so that you can check when we do the real multiplication problems to see if our answers are close. Lacey's older brother is going to a 4-year college. The cost of his tuition is $8,562 each year. About, how much will 4 years of college tuition cost? Whenever you see this, you know it's going to be an estimating problem. Estimate 4 times 8,562. Round to the greatest place value, then multiply. So we're looking at the thousands place. Look to the one to the right, 5 and up, push it up. So we're going to push this up to 9,000. 4 times 9 is 36. And then keep the same amount of zeros, 1, 2, 3. And don't forget the dollar sign. Since 8,562 was rounded up, the estimated product is greater than the actual product. So tuition will cost about $36,000. But it's going to cost actually a little bit less than that. Here I decided to draw a little railroad, and I tried to draw it going off into the distance with some ants crawling on it and a little train from an above view. Yeah, it didn't really work out, but I look forward to what you have. But before you go, I wanted to talk to you about the hot problems for this lesson, 18. So I'm gonna cover them up with my phone case right here. Use number sense. Explain how you can tell if your estimated answer is greater or less than the exact answer to a multiplication problem. And remember, in this part, it told you, since the answer was rounded up, the estimated product is greater. And up here it said, since this answer was rounded down, the estimated product is less. So what I wrote here was, the estimate is greater than the actual number if you round up. The estimate is less than the actual answer if you round down. So feel free to pause and write either this answer or something similar that makes sense to you. And then let's look at the second one. How is estimation helpful when finding a product mentally? Explain. So how does estimation help you? I said, estimation can help me find a product mentally. So this is my sentence starter. Because it makes the number math facts I know. So it reduces it into math facts that I understand. Like, I can't do this in my head mentally very easily, but I certainly can do 8 times 2 in my head and then remember 3 zeros. So feel free to pause this and write either this answer or something similar in your own words. See you in class.